From budget-minded to higher-priced, these are 5 of my favorite gas-powered camp stoves. Hey everyone, welcome back. Recently I did a video showing one of these stoves, and I think it was a channel, the gentleman from the channel Traversing Food. And by the way, if you like MRE reviews, check him out. It's Traversing Food. And he asked me what my favorite camp burners would be. And I started to do the video, I started to plan it, and I thought, oh, let's include wood burners and this and that. I'm like, no, we're just going to stick with gas for today, okay? So these are all my gas-powered stoves. Now, being a review channel and doing this for a while, I have a ton of different types of stoves. These are the 5 that I keep coming back to and keep using in my videos and while I'm out camping, whatever. These are the 5 that I really enjoy and have held up the best for me, okay? So number 1, we're going to start off with the cheapie, everybody's favorite. And I'll tell you something, it's inexpensive and it works. This is the Etekcity ultralight backpacking camp stove. They run anywhere from $11 to $15 online. They've gone up a little bit. Let me give you a little close-up of it so you can see what it looks like. Okay? Fairly simple to use. Turn it on, hit the burner, and you got flame. Folds up real simple. Just unscrew it. Hopefully it won't be too warm from that quick couple of seconds I did there. You just push these over and fold it back in one by one. Put that up there underneath, and it comes in a nice carrying case. I like the carrying case because this one lives in one of my bug out bags, and because it lives just hanging out like this, I don't have to worry about this getting beat up. It may be pretty robust. I've used this quite a bit. It may be pretty robust, but still, you don't want to purposely abuse your gear. And it's nice and light and small, and it could get crushed under something. So I like the fact that they give you a little case with it. It's just a plastic case. We're not talking about, any kind of big expense. But it's good. It covers it up, keeps it protected. So that's number 1, and that's the Etekcity Ultralight Backpacking Camp Stove. They are super cheap. You'll find them everywhere, and they just work. I've never had a problem with any of them. I have 3 of them, and I've never had a problem with any of them. All right, next up. Just did a review on this. Been using it quite a bit, and I really like it. This is the LICO camping stove. It's around $13. I think it's $12.99 or something. Again, real simple to use. Runs on butane. So you're going to miss a little bit of the BTUs because it's not the isobutane mix, from the little cans. But it still will heat up food. Works very well. Hasn't given me any problems yet. The only complaint I had was you may need to hit the piezoelectric igniter a few times, but it's really not bad, and it's an affordable option. It's actually lightweight once you take this off, okay? And you fold this little guy up. Whoops, I did it the wrong way. There we go. You fold this little guy up. No, I actually did it the right way. I'll get it eventually, folks, I promise. I don't edit this kind of stuff out. So you fold it up there, and there you go. And it comes in a nice package, a nice little sack there. Toss it in, and it's good to go. It's easy to light. It's not very heavy. And again, it's an inexpensive option. It's not going to break the bank. You can buy 2 or 3 of them if you have a different bag to outfit, if you have other gear to outfit with it. And I've actually used it a few times purposefully just to test it out. Since my review of it, just out here cooking some lunch, just for fun, And I like it. I like the way it works. I like the fact you can get it on a low simmer, but you can also bring it up to high to boil water quickly. Again, as I mentioned before, you have a little bit of the form factor with the fuel. That can fit into a water bottle holder on your backpack. This is kind of bulky and a weird shape and short and squat and kind of gets in the way. This little guy can fit almost anywhere. So, just something to think about. So that is the LICO camping stove. It's around $13. You really can't go wrong with it. I've used it a lot so far. If I run into problems later with it, believe me, I'll come back and I'll show you. But I don't abuse my gear. As a matter of fact, a lot of times I'll get snide comments like, oh, it doesn't look like you've ever used it in the field. I'm like, trust me, I do. I take care of my stuff. I bring it home, I clean it up, I wipe it off. I don't leave it beat up in a bag somewhere. So that's kind of why my stuff looks clean. All right. Next up, BRS Ultralight Titanium Alloy Camping Gas Stove. That's one heck of a name for one tiny little stove. Yeah, there's a stove on top of that. 25 grams. Titanium body. I don't believe this part here is titanium, but I believe all this stuff is titanium, and obviously that's stainless steel. But that is one heck of a lightweight stove. And if you want to take it down a little bit, I'll give you a demo here real quick. Starts off low, you can heat it low, and you can also turn it up. So the nice part about it is it's small, but it's controllable. A lot of the smaller stoves that I've tested in the past don't have that kind of control. You can't put them low. They're either on or off, and that's it. I like the fact that that is a nice little controllable flame there so you can simmer. I have done a video on this a while back. I tested it. It boils water very quickly. It's super light. I mean, 25 grams, and it's also small. If you want to take down the form factor and say a bug-out bag or something ultralight, you can go with a lighter fuel canister. They sell these. I believe I bought this at Big Five. They sell these all over the place. And it does really sip fuel. It's not heavy on the fuel use, so something like this will last you pretty well, a pretty long time. You know, you won't be running out of gas on a trip, you know, a couple-day trip. But if you want to take the full size, there you go. I have used this. This lives in my Get Home bag. And in my Get Home bag, I want to keep the weight on it as light as possible because I'm carrying this through hotels. It's a backpack. You know, it's kind of innocuous. It doesn't scream attention or anything. And I don't want to carry heavy stuff. You know, if I'm walking through with a bag that looks like I'm dying carrying it up to the 4th floor of a hotel room, it kind of stands out. So I wanted to make it as light as possible, and that's where this guy lives. So let's move on to the next one. Second to last. This guy, he's heavy, he's big, he's built like a tank, and he will last you probably a lifetime if you take care of him. I have used him in numerous videos. This is the Coleman Peak one. I believe, I forgot to tell you about this one. The BRS one, $18 to $20 online. The titanium stuff. I believe I bought this in Walmart. Walmart does sell these. Big Five has them. Any big sporting goods store usually carries this particular type. It's nice, it's sturdy, it's got a big, heavy set of things on top there for your pots and pans. You don't have to worry. I mean, if I have a bigger pot or pan, I can just stick it on there. I don't have to worry about it falling off. Some of the smaller ones kind of scare me, even though they're really sturdy. It's inexpensive, too. I believe it's around 15 bucks. On Amazon, I believe they're, I want to say $14 to $15. Anyway, you've seen this in a number of my videos. Fairly simple to operate. Light it, and it goes. And it's a great stove. I mean, I've had this now for about, I want to say about 5 years. Because I bought it previously when I started doing videos and just started using it right away. And I thought it was the be-all, end-all of stoves until I started seeing lighter ones. So, those are the budget models. Now let's move on to a little bit more expensive one that I think you'll find a use for, even though it costs a little bit more. All right, this is the MSR Dragonfly stove. These run about $140. The difference between these and that and some of these smaller ones is that they work at high altitudes very well, in the cold very well. They are not canister stoves. You know, you pump that up with pressure, and then with the heat it self-pressurizes, and you get yourself a nice flame. They are built like tanks. I mean, you can see the construction on this. They're practically bomb-proof. You'll notice on my bottle I have the reflector and the heat reflector for the bottom and the heat shield. I keep it wrapped around my bottle so it doesn't get all mushed up inside the inside this guy here. This is the bag it comes with it. It comes with some replacement parts, and I don't know if this comes with it because I was given this stove as a housewarming present. So I really don't know. I just know the cost. I don't know what comes with it or what doesn't. It came with a manual, and this is a maintenance kit. It has the lubrication for it, the different wrenches, thing to clean out your little gas hole down there, which I did when I got it. After I used it a few times, then I realized you don't have to do it every single time you use the stove. It is a really good stove. This lives inside my long-term I'm never coming home kit, okay? If there's some kind of disaster that I'm leaving my house forever, I know that I can't, this place isn't sustainable and I gotta go, this goes with me inside my kit. It burns white gas, kerosene, unleaded auto fuel, diesel fuel, and jet fuel. So, you see the reason why it's in my I'm never coming home kit. It's versatile as all get out. It's a very good quality stove. It'll work in high altitudes, low altitudes. It'll pretty much light anywhere. It is a little more complicated to use, you'll put it together, and I'll show you real quick. You'll push that piece in here. This all unfolds, these snap out, and you'll pump it. You pump it about 20 times till you start feeling resistance. You'll open this up, and then you use this to control your flame, okay? With the Whisper Light, I believe it's just this one. With this Dragonfly, you have two areas. I just leave this one open and I use this to control the flame. You're going to let a little bit of fuel in there, okay? And you let a little bit sit in there. As a matter of fact, accidentally, I had it open and I let a little bit of fuel in there. You let a little bit of fuel in there and you light it. And what that will do is heat up the elements inside and build up pressure. And then you can open it all the way after about 3-4 minutes. And once you open that up, it'll start burning a blue flame in here because it will be pressurized. But yeah, it's a little more expensive. It's built like a tank. It's well made. It's a nice option. If you know you're going to be up somewhere where it's cold and high up in the mountains, this is the stove for you. There is also the, I don't know if I'm saying it right, SVEA, Sivia. I really want that stove next, but it's $98. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit on that. Summertime, I just don't spend a lot of money. So we'll have to wait a little bit on that. But it's the same thing. It'll work perfectly up in the mountains. All in all, I am really, really pleased with this guy. I have used him a lot. I actually used him for the first time ever on a field day a few years ago when we were doing ham radio field day. And everybody was just shocked and what is that? I've never seen it before. And I'm like, this is the most common stove out there for hikers and stuff. But anyway, that is the MSR Dragonfly stove. MSR makes a lot of good stoves that are not canister stoves that will work at higher altitudes, and it will definitely get the job done. So, if you've got the money to spend, it's an option. There are less expensive type stoves like this. I don't know, again, this is something I'm taking that my life has to depend on it. All right, if I'm leaving my house and never coming home, this is the stove I'm taking. So, we'll put them all back out here for you. These are all my different gas stoves that I have used in the past. And look, I put some away already. Whoops. And these are the ones I'd recommend personally. You may have other stoves you like. You may have other stuff you like. Feel free to leave that in the comments. If you really like it and it's not too expensive, we can even buy it for the channel and do a review on it. Anyway, that's the video for today. Don't forget to check out my links down below. I got my Amazon store down below. You don't have to buy anything in my store. Just click the link. Buy what you normally buy from Amazon. It won't cost you any more money, and you'll help support the channel. Then we can buy more cool stoves to show you. Don't forget the Thrive Life link down below. We have a ton of stuff in the Thrive Life store. It's really been really good for us. We've really enjoyed eating the Thrive food. Heck, we've made tacos. We've made so much stuff with just the meat alone that I can't tell you. And it's nice. It's a nice money-saving kind of option. You can keep your freeze-dried food, but you can also order some for yourself to eat. I can save a little bit of money doing it that way. And I will put the links to these stoves. I'm going to put these stoves in my store. That's what I'm going to do. So when you click the link, they'll be up top in the store, and you can purchase them. I probably have a few of them already in there because I tend to review stuff and put it in. So if you want to check those out, you can too. Also, this weekend is Ham Radio Field Day. Funny that I mentioned using that stove on Ham Radio Field Day. So I'm probably not going to be around too much. I will be checking out an opening of a self-defense training place here in town. So, this weekend's going to be kind of busy for me. I'll see if I can snag some video if he lets me. He's the guy that did my CCW class, so we'll get into that if he wants to do a quick little on-camera interview and let me know about the place. And so I'm going to be really busy, so you probably won't see me till Monday. So if you don't see any videos from me this weekend, don't freak out. I didn't jump off a bridge somewhere. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.